like monthlies for different states around Georgia just to like play new players and like only have my game plans to rely on rather than like paying people I know all the time,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
is I think a good challenge.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Being able to play people that aren't in your region always is like a bit of an eye-opening experience. You're like,
Yes.
oh, they do. Because it's probably different nowadays, but I remember definitely back in the day, people had playstyle like regional playstyles, and that might not be a
Mm,
thing now because net play. But whenever you travel, you would legitimately be playing like against a different set of things that you would not like be used to. It's also good just to play different players in general because even without that, people have different habits in general. So I think it's
yeah.
good.
Well, Georgia is just like really strong is part of what I realized.
Yes, yes.
Like sometimes I'll be playing people like PR'd in other regions, and I'm just like, this person's like not sniffing it in Georgia or like things like that. Like no
Uh,
disrespect, but it's just like I definitely am like appreciative of the region that I'm in
yeah,
because of that. Um, but still, like the cream of the crop in any region is just like really, really good.
yeah.
So every time I go, I just try to like money match people on the PR there if I don't play them in bracket and stuff like that. But because like Georgia's good, I always end up just playing like at least one person from Georgia, which is just funny. Like we always end up meeting in like top eight or like top eight qualifier or something at these monthlies.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, pretty much that's it. I definitely wanted to do Falco. The Georgia Arcadian was announced for like August, the middle
Nice.
of August, and like I'm trying to win,
Hell yeah.
and there's a lot of Falcos, so I
Yep.
may need like two. Like, there's probably like 5 or 6 Falcos that are like that. It'll probably be a disappointment for them if they don't get top eight.
Uh huh.
There's like I think like I'm the only Fox that's probably gonna get top eight. There or like would be seated to do that. I don't want to
Yeah.
like
You don't want to
assume
curse
that.
yourself.
Yeah, there's like an Ices that's really good. There's a Marth that's really good. A DK that's really good, and then like after that, it's just like a slew of really good, slightly different Falcos.
Yep. Yep.
So I feel like this is the matchup that like even if I don't like, regardless, there's like no way I'm not gonna run into at least like two like decent Falcos.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Georgia is and always has been the home of the Falcons.
Yeah, it's weird. There's not a lot of PR representation with the Falcos recently, but like
There's
there's
still so many of them.
there's so many like yeah, there's so many like 11 to 30 range Falcos.
Yeah. Okay. I'll start streaming. Let me open up the game. Oops.
I have seen your Falco rules.
Yeah.
Um, I, I try to like think about them a little bit when I'm like playing friendlies and stuff.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I feel like for a while like I had a really good Falco game plan for my skill level, and I was able to like beat Falcos that were better than me. And now I feel like as I've improved, like my ability to beat Falco has stayed the same.
Yeah.
So now it's like almost reversed where like I'm not bad against Falco, but like I don't think like Falcos that are better than me are like I feel like I don't really stand a chance now against Falcos that are just better players, and like Falcos that are a touch worse than me, I feel like I can lose to.
Mm.
Um so yeah, I feel like it just means that like I need to like install some new hardware, like a new like really up my game plan from what it was. Cuz it used to be my biggest problem when I was very new. And so I like figured it out for like my skill level, and now it's just, come full circle again.
Hmm. Hmm. How do you feel about the rules? Do you have any thoughts on your experiences trying to do that stuff?
Yeah, let me look at them right now. I have them saved in a conversation with myself.
Mm.
Um yeah, it's just like no, in my experience, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Like a lot of your rules for like interacting with lasers seem pretty intuitive, like to only shield or like like there's no point in like taking laser um unless you're going to like interact with the Falco like off of a mix up off the laser.
Yeah.
Like definitely it's like power shielding, wave dashing in and out of shield. Only wave dashing in when you're in range was a big one. I used to love just like take laser from like we're both on opposite ends of the platform and still like wave dash forward, which
Hmm.
I feel like just wasn't really that productive because it just kind of put me in like a weird place. Um, those are like the main things that I think about is like how to interact with lasers, and then I feel like where I really struggle now against like good Falcos is like near point blank.
Uh-huh.
Like I just think better Falcos will just have way more mix there,
Yeah.
um, than I feel like I have.
I think that
Uh,
spot's really hard, honestly.
and yeah, it's just like it's weird. It's so hard to not jump. That's the first thing. It's like I'm a big like you know I don't spam full hop as much as I once did, but against Falco, it's really hard to not spam full hop.
Uh-huh.
I have a hard time just like not jumping or jumping out of shield. Is a big one rather than like even like just rolling. I feel like would be better. A lot of times I get hit trying to do like jump out of shield or which is like what one of the things you say not to do. It's like don't jump, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Those are my general thoughts. They give you like a bit of a like just a quick synopsis of like what my current game plan is.
Hmm.
Um, it's like not that simple. Or it's not that complicated. I try to stay like about a platform and a half, I would say, lengths away, generally in neutral. And just kind of try to like deal with lasers and move around the stage and just sort of like look for an instance where I'm at that sweet spot where like I'm not right above them or right below them. I'm just kind of like slightly offset horizontally, and I can either like come down with an aerial, like maybe a back air and fade away and sort of be out of range for anything that they can do, or like maybe a drill shine and like try to do something off of the shine knockdown.
Yeah.
Those are like the main thing I'm really looking for are like grab and shine. I'm really not raw grabbing as much as like trying to do it off of like some sort of like tech chase or up tilt or something. Those are like the base things that I'm thinking about. And I just like to combo a Falco until like 70 and like get him off stage.
Yep.
I think like Falco is not like it's obviously not Falcon. Like there's more like just trying to get them off stage, but like I prefer just like let me play that edge guard mix up over and over again and get data rather than like comboing to 98 or something and up smashing. That's
Yeah.
just kind of more I play. I try to like kill them with the like side blast zones rather than like up smashing or going for an up throw up air typically.
Hmm.
Um yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like shine to get them knocked down. Um a lot of up tilts to kind of pop them up off of like take laser, maybe like just like situations where I think they might jump in when the trade isn't that bad, but that's pretty much all I really think about. Wave dashing out of shield is also huge though. Like
Yeah.
that's like the main thing I'm thinking about is like how I move when I'm getting lasered and shielding.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think all of that sounds really good. I really don't have any thoughts. Um, the wave dash stuff. I once you start like getting used to like moving around Falco just lasering, the matchup just like opens up so much. But it's
Oh yeah.
really, 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 really hard to do that because lasers are so oppressive. But a good mix of, power shielding, using wave dash after shielding lasers, using platforms, all the, all the stuff everyone knows.
Yeah.
It really ends up helping. Okay, cool. Let me start streaming this then.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I'll say before this, definitely like no Johns or anything. this was like a little bit, like literally like less than an hour ago, and it was on this controller. You're probably gonna see a bit more flubs, a bit more like weird, like why didn't he grab ledge or something like that, and it's like I probably just like whiffed something, or like I get a couple of air dodges out of shield because I'm not used to these triggers, things like that. But definitely I still think a good enough representation to like analyze.
Okay.
But it's probably gonna be a bit flubby at times.
Yeah, that's fine. At the end of the day, you messing up doesn't really matter because you can just practice and you'll probably end up messing up less. We could talk about
Yeah.
the actual juicy stuff.
Yeah, I like starting games with like if they don't immediately like drop through and laser me, I tend to drop down and go for a running shine.
Hmm. I think that's
Um,
good.
because I like to just like I think it's aggressive. It puts them in the corner if it hits, and like typically if I get a laser in the face and I'm like running at that sort of distance, I don't really end up in like laser shine range. I
Yeah.
end up like a touch out of it, so I can just do some sort of mix up out of that. But if I like dropped down and they instantly drop down laser rather than like shoot a short hop laser on platform, I'll probably just go to standard neutral. But does that make that's just sort of my idea when I start a game.
Yeah. I think that's totally fun. It's good to check if they're like actually gonna laser or not because you don't lose anything. You almost never lose anything from just being like, okay, I'm gonna like check if you're lasering or not, and then if you aren't, you're getting running shine. Like Falco obviously has counterplay. Like he could hit you before, but it's hard because you're at 0%. You know, if he's gonna
Or
hit you, he has to like really snipe you. You know.
he could shield too, but I feel like a lot of Falcos don't have that instinct. But like
Yeah.
I'm typically not gonna like shine grab or do anything that really beats that. I'm really just trying to go for a running shine, and if you like shield that, like I can end up in a really bad position, but it just never ends up happening. No one drops through and shields. Like
Yeah, right. That's like pretty specific read. And even then, it's like there's so many things you could do out of shine that make it where him shielding it isn't inherently a good position. Like you doing shine full hop, really hard to deal with. You doing
yeah,
shine and like even if you just like shine and wave dash through him, it's like okay, you know, that's hard for him to hit. Unless you like running shine and then try and set up like pressure assuming he shields, then a lot of the time he can't actually hit you if he shields, you know. You
yeah.
just get to kind of get out and reset. Sometimes you might get like red, but so be it. Oh, I assume you missed the dash here because I think
Yeah.
yeah, the spare didn't make that much sense. It probably would have been better, I think. Good dash, nice. Oh, yeah, you just missed the drift on the bear to hit the tournament winner. Oh, that nair. That's a classic nair, and I don't think
Bad.
it's that great. A big part about full hopping in this spot because I don't think full hopping in this spot's like bad at all because you get to like go to top platform or drift back and it's all pretty chill. But if you are gonna like nair, you have no reason to be nairing up here. You could just like wait longer, and like if you wait longer, it means you have the opportunity to like react still and maybe jump to top platform. And then if you want to nair anyways, you could just do a late nair and like on hit, late nair is probably better than early nair. You know?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think uh I think I have to watch a little closer here. I think like sometimes it's like sometimes I see the way I throw out aerials and I'm like, "Oh, you're not really like looking at the screen here."
Uh-huh.
Like this feels like hoping that he's going to jump, but like I feel like I can just react to the jump with a nair or something rather than like just throwing this out, you
Yeah.
know.
I agree. And if he's gonna jump, you know, he's probably gonna be short hopping, right? Full hop seems a bit unlikely there. And like,
Exactly.
if you're gonna catch short hop, you naring here is still gonna hit a short hop. His short hop goes right there, you know.
Yeah.
So you could always give it a bit more time.
Yeah, I definitely have a bit of that. It's also like I feel like once you like start hitting Falco, I feel like the Fox has more of an impetus to like let me get something off of this than the Falco. Just because it feels like in neutral, like you're always in a bit you're always like kind of like at the whim of how good the Falco is at like lasering and stuff. This is always what it feels like. So I kind of got off this position where I'm like hitting him in the corner and I'm in advantage. And then he gets to the other side and I'm just like, let me press advantage again when it's gone, just because, you just it's so every fox just knows like I get down aired or shined at like a meaty percent and it's like GG's, it's hard to like it's kind of hard to like fight that subconsciously.
Yeah, yeah. I think another way to approach it that is like could be useful in positions like this is it's like you might not have direct advantage, but like as long as Falco doesn't have like the basis of advantage for Fox in this matchup is like
Mm,
if Falco does not have time to get a laser out, you are advantageous. That is just
mm,
how it works, right? Falco's like he is at like the whim of whatever decision you make because he doesn't have a laser to stop you, right? And so in a spot like this where you had time to hit him if he did try and laser. Imagine you just ran across the stage in there, and that's the thing that he's gonna have to respect. So he's not gonna laser. That's like just off that little baseline, you could be like, oh, well then I'm just gonna like dash dance here and like check if Falco's gonna like swing early to try and stop me from being aggressive. And if he doesn't swing early, so be it. It's not like he can laser still. Like you're just close enough to nair anyways, right? And like that kind of idea of like, does Falco have time to get a laser out without just getting clipped? Is like that's the entire baseline, and you will always be
mm.
playing around that and that's the like oh you can threaten him. He's scared of you. He's going to be doing things to try and like prevent you know you being
Yeah,
aggressive.
like right here he opted to shield, but like I feel like something I get caught by a lot is like another thing I might go for is like a short hop nair here, maybe trying to call out like a dash back turnaround laser.
Yeah.
Um, but the every time like I sometimes like the Falco I live with is just like it feels like every time like I try to do that, like I'm getting up tilted because I feel like if I go for that option right here, and the Falco just up tilts, like that up tilt will beat that nair.
Yeah.
So just in general, do you think in these sorts of positions where like Falco can't really like I have a chance to clip the Falco, but the Falco could call me coming in, like is the best option you think to maybe like dash dance, maybe like take center? Like how can I like move closer to the Falco and like take space effectively? And like what range do I really want to be at?
I think a good range for that is if you could see my cursor like right
Yes.
here. This is like the golden zone. This is where like if Falco whiffs any button, you're close enough to like hit him. And then if he's also scared of lasering because you just attack forward and it's pretty rough, right? So I think if you could play around this spot on the stage, once Falco's in that like disadvantageous quote unquote spot, you get a lot of value. Because imagine if you're standing right here, Falco does that up tilt, you just get to run up, grab, or up smash him, right? And you're chilling.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so you'd say like obviously it's not a good general range to be at, I feel like, but like when the Falco's like transitioning from like defense to trying to go back to neutral, you would say the option is like being like about half a platform away and reacting.
Yeah, it's like if Falco has a laser out, the spot's probably not the most desirable. Even though I don't think it's that bad because you could power shield, and he still is scared of like you doing take laser attack
And
at that
anytime he's
range.
lasering there, he's like put himself in the corner.
Yeah, yeah. But if he's not lasering, you have rain. You have free reign. He is terrified.
So yeah, that's I'm trying to think about. So if I'm let's say I'm standing where you had your cursor.
Yeah.
Is it a situation where you think I could react to the Falco dashing back with maybe like a running shine or something like that? 'Cause I'm just thinking about like ways to pressure the Falco here because I feel like this sort of spot is where my advantage typically crumbles.
Um, you can't react and hit like a dash back, but you can like see that he's dashing away, and then set up pressure in a different way by like maybe doing like dash forward, pivot shield, full hop, and then you get to like bear, like cover
Mm.
that spot with bear maybe. Um, I think a something that I tell a lot of people about the Fox Falco matchup is like when you hit Falco, a lot of the time your hits end up being like indirect. And so I
Yeah.
guess the difference would be like a direct option would be you dash forward, short hop nair, and it hits him. That's like direct. It's like you're going into his space as far as you can with the intention of him hitting him in that space. But then indirect, spaced bear, you're just kind of doing a move that hits pretty far away, and you're not like trying to get all in this stuff.
Yeah, like when he was in the corner and I was throwing out those back airs to kind of like call him trying to get out the corner kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to catch him doing something he shouldn't be doing, more so than hitting him of your own like volition, I guess.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect spot to like set up that kind of indirect pressure. I mean, it goes for you standing here and waiting too. That's also like indirect. You're not sitting
Mm.
there planning to like just up smash immediately. You're gonna wait until he whiffs and then kind of play around that. And that's like, the indirect nature of it. It's always about like not always responding, but generally you'll be doing something that would be a response to Falco making a decision rather than beating out that decision directly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's why I think this full hop here is good. The full hop here makes sense because what if you full hop, drift back, land in this spot, and the cycle starts over, right? Or what if you like full hop, jump to top platform, dash back, shield drop, bear right here, and he's like dashing forward for no reason. It's like you're just kind of doing a move that has a chance of him hitting him, trying to like be direct, right?
Mm.
But then the nair being so early makes it where you're kind of just trapped. So that
Yeah.
part wasn't the
Yeah.
best, but
That's what they want me to do there.
yeah, they want you to like try and hit them because Falco has great moves to stop you from trying to hit him. Up till AC Bear. I mean, Shield
Yeah.
super broken for that too. CC, right? It's like all those things. I mean, him doing dash back, dare, whatever, laser, whatever button. All his buttons just kind of demolish you trying to like, overstep. Nice.
Yeah, dude. That's like these are the moments where I'm like, what? Like, I'm clearly not. It doesn't feel like that's what I'm inputting.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely did not mean to do up air,
Like,
Mr. L cancel bear, or up tilt, Mr. L cancel bear. Yeah, this position's
yeah,
actually hard though, because on other stages, if they land on the platform like this, you can resing up air. But doing the resing up air on Yoshi's is hard, and sometimes you don't have time for falling up air. But I think if you can react fast enough, falling up air works. It hits the wrist tech. Oh, there goes another full hop nair where you try and read his jump, and he did jump, but it's just like, what if you did that later? What if you just waited to do the A button, and then you could be like, oh, he definitely jumped, and then nair him, you know?
yeah. It's funny.
Nice.
There,
Good space.
that's definitely a habit. I think it might be a specifically Yoshi's one. I don't know. I feel like it's like Yoshi's like on the smaller stages. You just like you can be on top of Falco, even if like it means you doing a really bad like full hop across the stage. But like you can stay close to him if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so like sometimes I just like opt to do that when I like hey, like I'm a full hop nair range away, like why not full hop towards him and just like keep the pressure going. Um and occasionally like some Falcons will just call me out for it and just like stand exactly where this Falco's standing and do like fade away back air.
Yeah.
And that like wins the trade with anything that I do. Especially if they're at like lower percent than me. And then like yeah, sometimes like I've been called out in brackets sometimes, like I'm nervous or I'm just like autopiloting and like I'll get hit with that same bear like 3 times. before I'm like, I need to like
I gotta tone it down.
I gotta like wake up,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a good way to touch down though. This is like the spacing. I mean, this is actually the exact spacing we were just talking about. It's slightly further back, but the same thing applies where it's like
He,
you can't laser
my
without just getting hit sometimes, you know?
my roommate who's like really good. I think he's really good. Probably like the best non-PR Falco I would say in our state.
Hmm.
And he's like the thing that he is constantly like trying to tell me from our games is he's like wave dash down, wave dash down, wave dash down.
Yep.
It beats like Falco's preemptively spot dodging. Because a lot of times, like if I try to running shine off of a tech chase or like running JC grab, a lot of times like Falco can get like a spot dodge out, which is like a noob option. But if I'm just going for a straight tech chase, that kind of beats it.
Yeah.
A lot of times, depending unless I'm like at the juicy like tech chase spacing, which is just weird because Falco has big tech rolls. Um, and so a lot of times, like if I just like wave dash down and look for a second and be like, what is the Falco doing? I can then like reassess.
Yeah.
Like a good like habit because you can't really get punished for it, and I feel like mentally it gives you it like reminds you to look at what the Falco's actually doing like
Yeah.
during this dash down.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's a really good baseline. I do think sometimes actually just attacking is good. Like, because sometimes Falco will be like, "Oh, I'm chilling. I'm gonna do something greedy," because they can read you doing this like wave dash down with like just laser in place to try and set up position, or like sometimes they'll start running forward preemptively. Then maybe running shine or maybe like dash up CC, and so you just like running forward naring does sometimes beat stuff, and I think it's good to obviously do both. But as like a baseline, wave dash down is just like super super good.
Hmm.
It lets you punish some things, and it gets you pressure when you don't get to punish things.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that wave dash towards him wasn't great. I like that you turned your back before you shielded, though. I think this was really good. Because this is where you get to, like, jump, backer here, jump, actually land on side platform, jump, actually don't land on side platform, fall through bear, jump, but actually drift forward so you outspace against an attack. It's like this is where all of your mix-ups stem from, just from you having your back turned here.
Yeah.
So I think this is really good. Here's a spot where you pretty clearly try to hit Falco directly. You're like, oh, I got him. I'm a dash tech something, and it just never works. It really just does not work that way. It'll always end up going in Falco's favor. It's just kind of how it is. Nice. Oh, red AC bear. Hmm. That's totally fine.
I have a question about that edge guard.
Yeah.
When should I be grabbing ledge?
I think the timing that you grabbed ledge was fine because Falco could have like dropped side bead and you can't really like react. But I think honestly, I very rarely grab ledge against Falco unless I'm literally just gonna cover ledge, and that's actually just it. It's so rare that I'm like, time to grab ledge, and then actually I want to cover side B or something. I really only like to grab ledge when I'm just gonna hold it and see if they go to it. So like maybe in this position instead of like grabbing ledge, what I could have done, or maybe would have done, is I'd walk forward the same way you did. Instead of turning around, I'd probably stand still here, and then like scope if I want to jump out with shine or not, and then like maybe
Mm.
after I decide that I don't want to do that, I'll like turn my back in back air, or maybe nair in place, to cover side B.
Yeah, I feel like I played like maybe like 7 or 8 games with this dude, and like I was not edge guarding him well. Like he was just like every time I grabbed ledge, he made it to side plat and I couldn't cover it. Things like just a lot of like situations where I feel like clearly like I'm making the decision to go to ledge too early.
Yeah.
It's just like a little feeling that I got through the games. Um, so I don't know. I feel like the is there a good Fox to watch specifically at Edgeguarding Falco? It was a similar issue I had in the Fox Ditto, where I just like I didn't quite have like I didn't quite understand like they're at this spacing. You stand here like
Mm.
I feel like I had a similar thing with Falco, where I just kind of need to like watch the way some foxes kind of handle that.
I think I'm good at it. I don't know if I have any Falco VODs. I probably do. Uh,
There's you
Fiction's good
versus
at it.
Black.
That was a good set, but I think it might be gone in the void because I don't know if they uploaded VODs for that tournament or not.
They didn't upload VODs from that, but you also have the VODs from last year's Bemi, which I've seen.
Oh yeah,
Where
I
you
also have those. Yeah,
come back from losers. Is that a good set to watch? You think?
yeah. I think almost every set I have against Falco in like
Actually, no. Wait. There's a set of you recently.
I
I
played
keep
Bobby at a tournament.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
of those are getting uploaded because
yeah,
I keep those locals because it's just like the top four is like what I'm saying it's stacked
yeah.
there. It was like you Salt Bobby STJ like I'm gonna watch that so I have seen a couple of sets of you and Bobby I think
Hmm.
at the like Monday night melee or
Yeah,
whatever I think that's
yeah,
the local right.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think any VOD of me after like 2021, if there are any, I don't know, are good Falco matches. Fiction's good about it. Greg Fox is good
Mhm.
about it. He tries to edgeguard Falco. I'm not sure how much I like agree with it. Not because I think it's bad, mainly because I think it's hard. Um,
Shouldn't you mean?
Direct Fox, Direct Fox. I think Fiction probably edgeguards similarly to me, where he'll cover what he covers and just make sure he's always safe if something goes wrong, which I think
Yeah.
is super good against Falco. It's like, you cover a few things, and then if you miss, so what? You're safe, and he's still in the corner getting pressure. And it's like, whatever, I'm chilling with that.
Yeah, I feel like regardless, like Falco does have enough options in recovery where like you need to be like really good at handling Falco like in the corner slash like off of a side B or up B to ledge.
Yeah,
I'd rather just like I've been thinking about it and I'm like I think like I would rather just be really great at handling that than like play with fire and get like really good at like going off stage or on ledge and like covering a bunch of options. Because either way, I need to be really good at handling Falco in the corner because good Falcos will get back anyways. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yep. I
I'd rather
agree.
I just be I want to be great at like standing right out the edge, like facing Falco and like reacting to whatever he does. Um, it's like I just think that's like a better route to consistently killing Falco than the way that I kind of do it now, which is like sometimes you'll see like what I do a lot and it just like never works is like I'll grab ledge here and try to back air, always like maybe like cover side B or like up B to ledge. And then sometimes like I'll go down there and like I won't even grab ledge. I'll like run off stage and do like shine turnaround back air onto stage.
Yeah,
And then a lot of time Falcos will react to that by going high. And then I'll like try to do that back air to cover the side B onto stage and ledge. And then do a second back air once they're on side plat. And every time I do that, like the Falcos got their shield out. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm-hmm.
that are you picturing what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
probably do it in this game, but like it's just a general like I think that this is like one of the biggest areas I need to rework because if you look at like I've a lot of the I feel like there's a lot of positions in this game where it's like I could have probably killed the Falco or like led to a rinse and repeat edge guard multiple times where like I let him get back and get center again.
yeah, yeah. I think that is like the worst case scenario, and grabbing ledge guarantees that happens at least sometimes, which is why I almost never do it. If I'm going to
Mm,
cover side B and I don't think they're side being the ledge, I'd rather be bearing on stage than bearing from ledge.
yeah.
It just gives me a bit more control of that. I personally appreciate.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Right there. I always do that, and then I do like the fair to cover them, jumping back on the back air to cover them, like jumping back on stage or something. Or
Yeah. Upshine, nice.
I feel like that's like bad though because I did the bad nair, and that's what got me that.
Yeah, the bad nair definitely isn't the most desirable, but
Literally, bad nair gave me that. You
but
know.
I think the ledge grab was good, so fuck it, we ball. Oh, you didn't wait for the laser to hit your shield. Yeah.
I probably
Oh,
tried power shield or something.
yeah. Makes sense. This is like a classic bait. Seeing Falco whiff next to you and thinking that means you get to hit him is like #1 melee bait. A lot of the time, Falco whiffs next to you, and you just have to like let him. Uh, Either because like his moves have like he's actionable fast enough out of his moves where like you can't actually get there in time, or just like it's kind of deceiving um what point he was in his action when you saw it happen, and if that means you can punch it or not. And so it's like, I think it's super afraid, like, oh, he did that dare into the corner and I got the side platform. Of course he's disadvantageous, but then it's like you're getting up till to try to run off Barum, and that's probably because you didn't account for the fact that you had to take time going from here to here to like actually get to the point where you could hit him, right?
Yeah, it's
And
like similar thing that happens to me against Peach all the time, where it's like I just need to know that like no whiff punishing unless it's dash attack. You know, like I just like I think I'm just a little too thirsty sometimes to just whiff punish. You know.
yeah, and the cool part about this is it goes back to what we were saying initially with like indirect. And it's like, if you
Yeah.
just like did this, short hopped off platform here, landed here, he's up tilting, he's in the worst position of his life. You know, he can't laser, he can't attack, he can't do anything without just like maybe just getting hit. And so you have so much of an advantage that you could just, fucking run it, right?
So in this position, Falco up tilts, which a lot of Falcos do to call out what I did, which is like the autopilot option, like try to run off platform and back air or something, or just do a run off platform option. Um, you think like just full hop maybe to center and maybe like come down with like a full hop fadeaway back air, or like how do you punish that situation where the Falco's up tilting there? Because something a lot of Falcos do, like even if they're not standing there, maybe they're standing like facing center, like slightly inside of the platform and up tilting. You know?
Yeah. Honestly, from this position, you don't really get to punish the up tilt
Okay.
unless you like hard read it. Like you could like see that he did this there and be like, I'm gonna read up tilt and just dash onto the platform until he like whiffs the up tilt, then like shield drop there. Like you could do that, or you could like do some kind of freaky stuff where you like drop off the platform here but drift in, and then do like an up air to whiff punish the up tilt. But like that kind of extends past like the baseline mix up. You're like just hard reading something at that point, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's like fine, but it's a hard read, so you probably won't do it every time. I think literally just either full hopping and landing on top platform, or like short hopping if you want to be engaged. Short hopping off the platform and pressuring is like the way to go about it.
Okay.
Cool. I like you're kind of chasing here. I know you're invincible, but this second up air, look what happens. You're out. Your invincibility ends. Okay, well, he gets shined. But your invincibility ended pretty soon after that up air. And if Falco is like spacing reasonably, you just are in a really bad spot now. You're doing this shine. You're kind of trapped because you have to jump out. And he's just like actionable right here. And he could just read your jump out of shine, like nair past you, gets in there shine. Or like, you know, spaces like a bear here and hits you anyways, you know. Nice. Nice. Grab ledge. Randall, awesome. Get up tilt, jump shine. Oh, after this bear, when he Diaz in, you could do dash, jump off shine, short hop. Just dash, short hop, shine, and hit him like right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I I don't think I have a good eye for when I can go out there and Armada shine. Is there? That's another thing I need to really look at. Just like I feel like I respect side B a little too much. I feel like it's too much of like what my brain is thinking about,
Mhm.
and I don't really look for like I can just jump and shine here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about like I short hop out there trying to call something out and I get side beat and died at low
Yeah.
percent. Um, is there like I guess another thing, just another good Falco to watch for Fox to watch for that, or like is there like a range or like thing to keep in mind when I'm thinking about if I can go out there and shine or not?
Um. Well, all I really have to say, and this isn't like the most immediately useful thing, but I think thinking about it in a way where it's like only have to respect Falco's side B if it's like a thing that's actually on the table. You know, if he can
Mhm.
get a side B out before you could get there and hit him out of it, like off stage, then
It's a bad option.
yeah, right. It's like you probably like could do something different that might work better. But if he literally does not have time to do a side B before you can just shine him or something, you don't really have to like. It's not something you have to worry about, right? And I can't
Yeah,
tell you specifically like what are the situations that lead to that being the case. You just kind of have to like learn
feel
it
it out.
intuitively, yeah. But like knowing that's how it goes will make it a lot clearer. And I think any
Okay.
top fox, all the top foxes are pretty good at like jumping out and shining Falco. I think some probably do it more than others. I know I do it a lot, but I think it's most of them do it pretty well. And even in the spots where they slightly misjudge, you could like adjust. Like you could realize they're gonna miss, and then like shine, and then hold shine, and then like double jump and try and go like double jump back to ledge or something, or maybe hold shine so you fall a bit, and then like jump short into ledge, right? Like you have ways to fix it too, as long as you're not getting hit. Uh, I think this is one of the spots where you have pressure, but you didn't realize it. It's like,
Yeah, the shield.
yep, it's like he whiffed a grab, and you're, you know, look at where you're at. You know, you're right here, and you could tell if you just like visualize it. If you rolled and then immediately dash up Naird, his laser would not be out in time. And so because
Yeah,
of that, guess what happens? He's like, well, fuck, I can't like protect myself, or I can't like hit him, so I have to protect myself. So he shields, right? And you dash dancing's fine, but then you like shield, and it's like, why are you shielding if he can't laser safely? You know,
yeah,
a lot of the time against Falco, you don't have to shield until you like see that he's lasering, or at least that he's jumping, right? And I think as an alternative, while dash dancing there is good, something I also like doing is just doing dash forward, instant full hop, and drifting back, and then like checking if he like stays in shield or if he whiffs or whatever. Because if he whiffs, if he tries to do like a short hop dare or maybe like a dash break AC bear, and you do like full hop, drift back, fast fall, you get to see that
yeah.
he's AC bearing, just run up smash him, right?
Okay.
And then if you see that he like holds shield, you get to like land maybe a bit closer, bounce out of shine range, and then like maybe you raw grab his shield. Maybe you stand there and like up to the wave dash forward. Maybe you full hop, land right here, dash back shield, short hop bear, and you get a space
Yeah.
bear on his shield, right? Like you have so much control that you could do that kind of stuff. Oh, I think going to the ground there is super greedy. I think if you're gonna do this full hop and he's like standing here, you're never gonna hit him. Just because it takes so much time for you to go from here all the way up, fall down, and then land there. So I think it's probably best if to when you do it generally to either like drift so far back that you're right here and not in any any danger, or to just land on top platform and play the position from there.
Yeah.
Good roll. Oh, this is another bad shield, I think. So the roll here is great, But then it's like, what was he? There's nothing that he was doing that would make you like want to shield. You know?
Yeah, it feels like me not reacting to anything when I'm trying to deal with laser and just preemptively shielding because I think the laser's coming.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's good to know that you don't have to shield preemptively for laser. Well, you do in the sense that like I don't think at all spacings you could see the fact that he starts laser animation and press shield in time, but you don't in the sense that if he jumps, um, and you assume he's lasering, you could always shield before the laser hits you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think instead of this full or wave dash forward, it would have been good to just jump on side platform or wave dash down, either one. But I think trying to wave dash forward here puts you in a really awkward spot where you're like in the like one of the big parts of
It's
why I
it's
said wave dashing forward isn't that good is it puts you in the middle, and being in the middle is awkward.
That's literally exactly what I was talking about at the beginning.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
how I was like, sometimes I feel like I just wave dash forward and put myself in like an awkward space that I don't need to be in when I'm not thinking about it.
yeah,
And I was like, it's one of the things that I've been like thinking about like just recently as I've really been trying to go by those rules. Um, about like when I can wave dash forward, you know.
yeah,
It's funny that there's got an example of it right here.
yeah. Nice. Oh, the shine probably wasn't that good, but I think the wave dash back and shield were all good. If you like full hopped and then like wait, and you didn't like shine, you could like be like, oh, maybe I'll get like a late bear on his shield because you could see that he's shielding under you because you're full hopping, or you could jump to top platform and like maybe do
Honestly,
something.
that's probably just a really shitty shadow shield attempt. That's probably what that is. That's probably just a really like dog, like not comfortable on the controller. Like he just lasered at me in this way. He's probably gonna try to jump in, and I'm gonna try to catch his jump with shine. That's probably what that is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like that's such a weird like that's not like a shine that just happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Uh, what the heck happened here? Looks like something happened with a shy guy that was awkward. Oh, you got clipped and then like shine. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
just something we've talked
probably
about in
messed
other
up the shine
lessons.
timing.
Yeah, you like accidentally drop through the shine and you double jumped. But I think this is something we've talked about before where it's like when awkward spots like these happen, your first instinct shouldn't be to try and hit him. It should be to like return to normalcy. Yeah. Oh.
That was, I think I accidentally got a F smash. That's scrap. That's funny.
Yeah. Full hop here is also good instead of wave dash down, but I feel like you weren't reacting at all. So you like did like a drift forward falling up air when it's like maybe you're reading him dashing forward, which makes sense honestly,
Yeah.
but I don't know. The risk reward didn't seem that great. Most awkward spawn melee. Nice.
I always try to like I'm always playing a game of chicken. Like I will sit there on Randall until I can't anymore, and I'm like, I'm getting me.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy because so many people are just like and just like they like can't handle that like 2 seconds and like feel like they're an advantage because they're on stage and will come out there and like I've gotten so much money off of just standing there like that.
Funny. I think off this up throw, instead of doing bear, short hop up air ends up being good here a lot.
I could have up tilted too. I think that was just me trying to cash out a little early.
Yeah.
Trying to probably just me being like, I'm in the lead here. Let me just see if I can get them up to do something. But they were a little too low percent for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Up tilt's probably the option that I might go for if I'm like really like the more natural option for me given my punish tree.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. I think one thing that's you should think about with up tilt versus up air in that spot is just like up tilt sends lower. So depending on the percent, sometimes it sends so low that like if they land on platform, you don't really have time to hit them comfortably.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I think either one generally works.
Is it a? Is it okay? Sorry, I was
Yeah, it
looking
like
for.
randomly goes white, and I don't know why it does that. But I actually think I know we're getting close to time, and we were talking about edge guarding and all this stuff, and I realized that at Wave Dash I played on one of the recording setups, and it looks like one of my sets against the Falco that's like probably similar skill level to a lot of the Falcos in Georgia was uploaded. So I want to watch
Oh
that. Yeah.
no, that's always helpful. That's always helpful. Sometimes I feel like we just go through the VODs, but I think like going and watching what you do after talking about it is very helpful.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oh, I haven't heard of this.
Snake. He's from San Diego. Look at me practicing my double lasers.
That's a it's that, like off of ledge is like that's crazy. I had not conceived of that.
Yeah, let's see. Yoshi's. Oh, he banned Yoshi's. Okay, Dreamland start. Whatever.
I hate Dreamland in this matchup.
Really, I like it. I just like Dreamland in general. Honestly,
Oh, that's you're weird. I hate it.
I'm such a big Dreamland fan. All the Georgia people hate it, but I think it's sick. Uh, so I do want to mention I do wave dash towards him here, but it's because since he was doing approaching laser, he would have ended up at the good spacing for power shield. So if I try to power shield wave dash back shine, you see how it could have hit, and then I'm obviously reacting, so I go to top platform, and I think that's pretty good. Nice. Oh, I wanted a running power shield there. Oh, that was good. That is something that happens a lot. Is if you try and wave dash forward, this you just get clipped in the middle. And I tried to power shield, obviously, but that's like one of the risks that you're taking.
That shine there was nutty.
Oh, I'm dead as hell. Never mind. Cool.
F tilt. Is F tilt like just like you could see that he was way too high or
Ah, I just wanted to catch him falling the ledge.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe option. Like he can't really do anything. If you like dash back, like it's not his dare will hit you if you try to dare from ledge or something.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. I like the way I play here. I get the platform preemptively, so I don't have to deal with laser at all. I'm checking if I want to drop through or not. I drop through and I feel like he's probably not going to try and hit me. He does a pretty haphazard jump and gets up smashed. Reverse up smash, sick, but I don't get a combo. Here's a great example of me playing indirectly. It's like I realize I'm in a pretty good position and I'm just going to like hold it and then I do like a full hop and he's just spot dodging below me. So I'm like, okay, I guess I get to bear now, you know?
Yeah.
And I like this too. He like side B's to center stage, and I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna go down there and hit him. I just dash dance on side platform, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, I do a full hop nair here, but what makes this full hop nair different is that I did this one specifically to catch him rising out of his short hop, and so you could
Mm.
see how close I was when I started it, right? Because I think a lot of the full hop nairs that you did, you'd have started it like back here,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
look, I go all the way forward and it catches him out of the air like that.
And you could like land on platform there and be in a lot harder position to punish
Yeah.
if he does shield it or something or
Yeah, definitely. Nice. Wave dash down here. I do my pivot shield just to check if he's being aggressive. He's not. So I get a top platform.
mm. Yeah, I don't really have a good flowchart for how I like to check the Falco and see what the Falco's doing.
Yeah. I think
Which
it's
is just
super
like
good.
yeah, I mean like it's something I can do in other matchups, but like laser makes it so hard to like actually play like melee. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
the melee side of melee is like let me see what they do here and then you're just playing like mix ups and all of that like but yeah, against Falco sometimes I'm just kind of grasping.
Mm. There. Something I do here that I think is good that's like would get ignored generally is once I hit him off, I do a short hop here just in case he's doing an instant side B so I can like react to it with like a nair. And then once I realize he's not, I go back to edge guarding normally. I forward tilt his up B, whatever, call it a day. Nothing
So
special.
so you can beat them just up being to ledge with a daft. That's what it is.
From
Daft, right?
some, yeah, daft. From some positions you can. From the two that have happened, The first one worked because he was like falling to ledge out of his double jump, so he like had to pass by the range where like down angled forward tilt hits. And here it was just like he like did a pretty awkward up B angle, and I was like, okay, well, I think it hits straight, and so I'm just gonna like forward tilt here and try and catch him like here. And then he did like a slight upwards angle, which made it really easy to hit. So,
Okay, yeah,
but if he did like if he didn't go straight here, if he went like up, the forward tilt would have missed. But I don't think I would have gotten punished for it. Worst case, I have to shield, and that's not a big deal.
yeah.
And then he's dead, so I roll up. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. Oh, this is also a secret technique. Uh, wave dashing forward here is good after Falco like kind of crosses you up because a lot of Falcos just autopilot AC Bear. So I just do wave dash forward CC and then get like a free shine and then get the tech chase. Yeah. I messed up my tech chase because I'm bad. The side platform, nice. Falco throws himself into me. I'm just like, sure, I'll take it and then get like a nice spaced bear. Oh. Look at the spacing I'm playing at all the time too. And it's like pretty clear when Falco is scared to laser or not. Just because like, oh, he doesn't want to laser there. And if he I could have just hit him if he did. And so then I just get to like full hop and it's pretty chill. Nothing, no big deal with that. Nice. Try and read him jumping up the top platform. I'm surprised he grabbed there. That was crazy. I don't think that there was that great. Nice. With edge guarding, I like run off shine here because if he does double jump instant side B, I could like hear it and bear it. And then since I didn't see him do an instant one, I was like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna cover something, right? But it's pretty safe for me to just double jump bear because I still hit a side B. And then he does a short, and it's like, who cares, you know? I'm not getting hit for it. Yeah. That's like the philosophy of like, I'm pretty safe. I missed my wave dash forward.
To play with, and like if you hit a side B, he's just dead.
Yeah. I think this is good. I like land, and he's up tilting, and it's like he ends up I'm close enough to him where he can't really laser, and then he's friendly enough to where he wants to throw out a bear. I didn't want to punish that one. I wasn't comfortable with it, which is fine. But the fact that I had pressure made it good. Damn, I have not hit a single power shield this entire set or match. Nice, I like this. I try and forward tilt him falling the ledge, and then afterward I just do easy dash back bear to make sure I'm safe. No big deal. Like that I use the platform. I cannot believe that forward smash hit. And he's dead. Nice. Again, I stay on stage here instead of grabbing ledge because it's like I could cover most side Bs anyways. If he goes to ledge, fuck it, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do know in the next game I actually cover side B, so I want to see my edge guarding there. Oh, I did the thing and I had him, but I missed.
It's funny. You like, I could see you saying like, I could see your facial expression matching your like disappointment when you whiff something. Like you're saying like, oh damn, I missed that, and then if you look at your face in the player cam, like you're also like nodding your head no right after you miss the same thing.
That's funny. Yeah. Forward throw. Wave dash off shine so I could, you know, bear side B if it happens. It doesn't happen, so I just get to be on stage safe. Now I run a shorten, so that was kind of different from all the other ones where I explicitly was like, I read shorten here, so I wave dash back to edge.
That's real. Yeah. And you already did that once.
Yeah. You see how I stay on stage? I don't care to grab ledge. Who cares if he gets on ledge? He's going to be in the corner anyways.
Yeah, I need to tell myself that more.
I'll get fucked. Wow. I was just the read of the century. I just knew from a year ahead of time that he would spot dodge.
That's yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, that feels so good when you hit that.
Yeah. Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
I messed up. Okay, it worked out. Cool.
I would not have gone down there for that shine.
But you got it. Because he could, like, up B, and then, like, if he goes straight up, I'm pretty sure he's high enough to where he could, like, drift forward and land on stage. And if
It's
you
crazy.
grab the
Yeah,
ledge, you might shot him into the stage.
you got so much time. I always forget how much time you have. Like in my brain, it's like after you do that, like two or three dash dances, it's like over. It's like, oh, I missed my chance to shine.
Yeah, but it's like, nope. You just have a million years to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the full hop near here is fine, because guess what? There's a side platform. Wave
Yeah,
dash
I'm starting to
down.
see that you do it to side plat. It's different and it covers different things.
Yeah. Super high. We get fucked.
Kind of style.
I thought I had the read. I felt it in my bones.
I mean,
Probably
yeah.
just dead here. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I'm sure at some point where it's like I'm sure you get to a certain skill level that like in these rounds at majors, like you're probably like playing around a little bit more versus like sticking extremely strictly to your rules.
Uh huh. Oh, and he kills himself. Cool. Okay, but yeah, I think it ends. It's pretty clear just from that match where it's like I'm always just kind of chilling, bearing, letting whatever happens happen, and then like whenever I'm edge guarding, I'm just on stage bearing. I grabbed ledge once, and it was to read specifically a short and two ledge, and
Yeah,
like it was pretty fine. It didn't really. I don't think anything went wrong. I didn't get reversaled off an edge guard a single time, which is like not getting reversaled is a lot better than killing him sometimes or getting reversaled other times.
yeah. I think I've already watched that Monday Night Net play set of you and Bobby, but I think I might go watch that and specifically look at the edge guarding again.
Yeah, I think it's probably good. All my land sets should probably have pretty good edge guarding against Falco because I could react to side B. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have any other thoughts?
Um, I was. This may sound like a really like random like I don't know. Is there anything that you think about when like I feel like just in general I'm not fast enough
Uh huh.
or I feel like I don't have the best routes and I don't know if you just had any like general thoughts on like how do you approach like how do you approach like I guess like moving more creatively? I feel like I'm pretty predictable in my movement and like even when I'm executing quickly, like and I feel like my hands are moving right, like just I don't think I move around the stage very creatively. Um, and I kind of want to know if you had any like general thoughts on like how to approach like maybe like ways to mix up Fox movement, a little bit more.
Yeah, I think if you know what you want to do or where you want to be in a position and you understand how much time you have to do it or like at least how much time it takes you to get there changes the position, then it lets you like be free with your movement in the way you need to. So like if I know that I have to be at the wave dash down spacing against Falco, all I really have to do is just like sometimes I could full hop in that spot. Sometimes I'll do pivot shield full hop and end up in that spot. Sometimes I'll do running shine turnaround full hop. Sometimes I'll do run up crouch, right? Sometimes I'll like wave dash into that spot. But it's like because I know that that is the spot I need to be in for whatever reason, I'm like able to move there in like a variety of ways.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think that knowing is definitely half the battle with like being efficient in your movement because if you don't know where you want to be, how are you going to do something creative that like makes sense?
yeah, yeah.
So
Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. We
Nice.
have like some great. We have one like really cracked out movement fox that I've been talking to that I wanna get his sauce a little bit, but um, no, I think that's a big part of it too. I think part of it comes with just like comfort and like knowledge and like knowing that I'm in the right spot. You know, allows you to
Hmm.
get there with confidence. But
Yeah, I think you could just start moving faster, maybe with a bit less intention. And moving fast is always going to be pretty hard to deal with. But if you want to like be relatively fast, but also like you're probably nothing's going to go horribly wrong. You could also maybe settle for being a bit slower, but being more intentional. That's kind of
yeah,
like the dichotomy because it's like Cody's like really fast, but like probably isn't exactly intentional with every single movement pattern he does. Right. A lot of his stuff is just like he's moving because he has time to move and he wants to do it. Or then you might look at a player like I don't know who's a decently fast fox that like maybe
Oggy.
yeah, like maybe Lucky or even Mangless Fox, where it's like, those are foxes people typically say are fast, but like, I think it's pretty clear that they want to be in a specific spot, and they're going to always end up in that spot in like a pretty like efficient way.
Yeah, yeah, or Moki. That's
Yeah.
what I. That's the fox. That's my favorite fox. Also, Plup's crazy. I forgot how good Plup's Fox was. I went and just started watching Plup Fox, and I forgot that like he's just faster than other foxes, and it's not his main character.
Yeah,
Blows my
his
mind.
fox is very fast. All the Sheik
Also,
mains have fast foxes. They're all hate foxes.
that's yeah, and all
Yeah.
all fox sheiks are mad lame and just like also hate sheiks.
Yeah, I'm sure all the Sheiks despise playing against fast foxes, and so then they pick Fox and they're like, dude, fuck this character. I'm just gonna do what they do. Fuck it. And then
Yeah.
they go super fast. Because
Also,
J-Mook's also fast.
Plup's extremely back air pilled.
Yeah, back air's
Just like
broken.
if back air can be used to cover it, I feel like he does use back air.
I
Like
think that's good. Fox's back air is broken.
yeah, yeah. I mean, clearly it works.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
you saw me against the Falco. Half the moves I did were back air, if not
Yeah,
more.
that's so real.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah. All right, man. Good stuff. I'll get the next one on the schedule. It might be Falco, maybe Peach or something. But
yeah.
yeah, I'll catch you.
Sounds good. Good luck with your Falco endeavors. This matchup is always hard, but I feel like once you get it down, it's gonna end up being really easy to beat a lot of Falcos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I that the way I think about it is like mid level Falco just beats mid level Fox, and then like unless like and then but if the mid level Fox really knows what he's doing and it's like his specialty, then like he doesn't have to worry until the Falco's really good.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. But all right. Peace out, man.
Later. Have a good rest of your week.
Yep. You too.